We bought the boat because the opportunity was there to buy it, and we really loved to be outdoors, even when it was in the city, and it just gave us our free feeling, I think. The boat itself, it was a very cozy feeling because it was very small. It was a very basic feeling because we were like living together with the four of us in one bed. We didn't have any warm water. We had to boil the water. We had to heat the boat with wood we found just somewhere in the neighborhood. So it was really a very back to basic feeling and a very intimate feeling. Yeah, I remember the ducks in the boat when you were sleeping, or when you, early in the morning the ducks would start to quack quack, and it was a little bit annoying. And other sounds are the water, probably. Or I remember the animals, of course, because we were next to the zoo, and we woke up not only by the ducks who were chatting away, but also by the especially the monkeys. You could hear the monkeys in the morning, and sometimes you could hear the elephants. And at night, sometimes you could hear the wolves howling, and that made the place very special also. And it felt like the zoo was our backyard. So I think that almost every weekend when we were there, we went to the zoo. Yeah, I remember that that you had a little game, and then you went searching for raspberries, and then suddenly you came back in the garden, and you were calling, "Mama, Mama, I'm bleeding, look at me, you got to help me." And then it was just the juice of the blueberries, and it was a game you really like to play. Yeah, I could call it a little paradise. We had a little paradise there, yeah. And it was very nice that I think it gave also you and your sister a very free and protected feeling when we were there, because it was small and you could just play and walk around and play with the animals and play with the children there, and then people would come by, and then we would make a fire and have something to eat and just sit around in the garden. I remember one time when it was, well, that must have been like Christmas time, I think, because there were a lot of old trees gathered there, like the Christmas trees, and just piled on a big heap of Christmas trees, and then they would light the fire in it. So it became a really big fire, but a little bit too big, so a lot of firemen were coming. But when they came by, they saw that it was just like a really nice party and nothing dangerous, and so they stayed there and enjoyed the fire too. And that was a bit of the atmosphere there, that it was friendly.